Hello. Welcome to our Monday night team call, everybody. It is March, believe it or not. It is halfway through the month, and we have over 50 orders in the system. Congratulations to all of you. We are back on track and trending. It is typically, when we're really rolling and rocking things, we're somewhere between 100 and 200 orders per month. So we tend to be a back-end heavy team. So it would be really fun to finish out this month at like 125. Like, wouldn't that be rad? So let's start counting up to the 100 and see where we can get from there. And obviously this whole incentive is really kicking off and getting people's attention, which is great. We also have a lot of new team members, which is awesome. So there's just a lot of excitement and fun. And tonight, Danielle and I were talking a little bit earlier about this, but we are going to talk everything sales coordinator tonight. And so it is really about your questions, and I have a little video to play for you. I wanted to kind of guide you back to some of the tools, but I want to first start by saying, so for those of you who are new, and I need you to be super honest with me and use your screen so I can see your faces and your response to this. But if you are in a space where you are feeling like totally intimidated by the compensation plan and not knowing where to go, can you just please be vulnerable and courageous and say, like, raise your hand? Because I need to know how people feel about this. It's important that I really get a good sense about, all right, I got one hand. Thank you for being courageous. And another hand, I think I saw. Yep. Okay. I got another hand. Okay. All right. That's good. It's good feedback. It's important for me to see and understand. Numbers come easy to me, so I take this really for granted. I get super excited when I see like a math equation and a path. I'm like, oh, I could go there. Like, it totally jazzes me up. So this marketing plan was like, for me, like a party. Like, I had so much fun when I first started. I just dove right in. I started working out the math. I was like, okay, if I did this many, trio orders, or if I signed up this many team members who had this many points, and da-da-da, and I just started breaking down scenarios like a coach would on a football field, in all seriousness. So I take it for granted sometimes when people come in and they're a little bit like, what on earth is going on? Right? So I wanted to just, kind of get a temperature feel first and foremost. And if at any point in the time that I'm talking, you feel like it's a little bit too much or you don't understand what I'm saying, please type in the comments below or unmute yourself and just say, wait, slow down, back up. What was that? Because it's important that you guys get a good grip on this. And it's going to take multiple exposures, so give yourself a little bit of grace. But tonight we just want to, talk about what really the marketing plan and kind of the benchmarks within the marketing plan, because I think if you understand those, that can help propel you forward to wherever you want to go. Okay. First, I just want to say it is my core belief that every single representative on the team should be a sales coordinator or above, period. And the reason I say that is because at the sales coordinator level, you are earning the maximum commission rate for doing the work that you're doing. Okay. I'm going to paint that into a picture so it feels really tangible. Let's just pretend that you're a server in a restaurant. Okay. You're a waitress or waiter, and you have, you work a 5-hour shift. Usually they're like 3 to 5 hours, right? So you work a 5-hour shift, you go through this whole thing, and then someone says to you, you did all the work in that. Hi, Flory, welcome. Let's just say you work, I was just saying to everybody that my personal belief is that everybody should be a sales coordinator or above within marketing for this reason, that a scenario is you're a waitress, you're working in a restaurant, you're doing your shift, and you get to the end of the shift and nobody helped you. There wasn't like a hostess in the front. There wasn't a busboy. There wasn't anybody else that helped. You did all of the taking the orders, putting it in, getting the, following up, bringing the ketchup for the burger, doing all that stuff. And you got to the end of the day, and then someone said, okay, now you need to give me basically 3/4 of what you just made of your tip. I'm going to take those back because I gave you the job. And you're like, but I just did all that work, right? It doesn't make sense, does it? The same thing happens in your business. So the company pays out 22% every single time a box of Juice Plus ships out, every single time. So us as representatives, when we sign on as a team member, we get paid for our work and the runoff of the team that is below us. So we get paid and incentivized to help those people raise up through the marketing plan. Well, when somebody gets to the sales coordinator level, they reach the 22%. So that means all of the 22 points that they're going to pay out for that order is going to go to them. So I'm going to use Danielle as an example, okay? Because a lot of you are on her team. So Danielle, let's just pretend is a sales coordinator. And she has 3 team members below her. One is a VF, one is a DD, and one is a dealer, okay? So one person, the dealer, just signed on their application, and they put in a couple orders. But they don't get their HLP in that first month. They just sign on let's say 2 of the 3 orders, okay? And Danielle, at the end of the month, is going to get paid 22% on what's billed on those 2 orders, and that representative is not going to get commission on that yet. All that 22% is going to go right to Danielle. So do you see why when we bring on new team members, we want to encourage you to get your promotions quickly? Because we want to put the money in your hands because you earned it, right? Even on your own personal orders. Does that make sense? So let's just say we get that person promoted to the DD level. So they've got their HLP, they had their own personal trio order, plus they had, let's say, quads. They had their own personal quad order plus 2 quads outside of their family, and they got promoted to their HLP, they got their bonus. The first month, there's an installment payment on that, and Danielle's going to get the 22% payment on the installment. The next month, you, as the rep that just got promoted, are going to start to make 6% on that particular order, okay? But if you're smart and you get promoted again in your second month in the business and you get to the VF level, you're going to get paid 14% on the third month. And then if you're smarter and you continue on and you duplicate a team by month 3, and sometimes it can happen in month 2 or month 1 if you're really intelligent and focused and driven and like, I'm just going to go for it, you can get to the 22%, and no longer are you passing off that income to Danielle, you're holding on to it and it's going into your bank account. Do you see why it's important to get promoted? Because you're doing the work anyway, right? You're doing the work. You guys are going out there, you're talking about Juice Plus, you're sharing it with other people, you're being courageous, you're paying it forward to all that. So as representatives, you would think, well, why on earth would I tell you this, right? Why wouldn't I just take all that money and put it into my pocket and just keep everybody at the VF level and whatever? Well, the company did a smart thing. They incentivized us. So we get something called a 5% override on all of our team when we have a qualified business. So again, you hear that term floating around, qualifiers, the number of qualifiers. The reason we say that is because when you get qualified, you then have like this extra income that comes off of everybody in your team. So you can promote up as many people as you want to, and you're still getting, basically a thank you bonus for supporting and growing a team and having a strong customer base, right? So you see where this is all coming together. And in addition to that, when you promote up a sales coordinator and they get into something called POB, so we start to make a 5%, a 4% runoff on our bigger players that are that are sales coordinators and above, which is also a really special thing. So, you get 9% on your big people that are, really contributing a lot to your team. You get smaller runoffs and stuff in different places. But the point is that to you as an individual, when you're first starting out in the business, it's not us pressuring you to get someplace. I really want to make that super clear to the whole team. Like, we all want you to succeed. Why else would you do anything at all if you're not going to do well, right? Like, we want you to do well. We want you to have fun. We want you to enjoy all this. But if you don't take these steps, it hurts you, okay? So just know that we're really coming from a place of love and care, and just for quarterbacking, we like to call, right? So when you get an upline call that says, hey, you're close to this or you're close to that, like, this is us like looking out for you saying, what can we do to help and support you to get to this next phase, right? So if everybody got to sales coordinator and was happy there, I would be happy for you too. Like, there's no pressure coming from anybody to go beyond that point. Like, beyond sales coordinators, when we start to develop into what we call the leadership ranks within the company, and the company rewards you in lots of different ways. They give you something called an expense allowance or a BIB. It's a business incentive bonus. That gives money that goes back into your paycheck. It's a percentage based on performance. It goes back into your paycheck and allows you to contribute back to your team. So I usually use it in ways of contests money or travel expenses or helping somebody to get to conference or all of those kinds of things, right? Like, or personal development for myself and leadership space because I need to keep growing too, but I use that intelligently to really benefit the bulk of the team. But we don't have to send in receipts or justification of that money. It just shows up in the paycheck, which is a beautiful thing. It's a gift from the company, right? In addition to that, we get holiday bonuses. So at the senior sales coordinator rank, you get $250 every December. You also get $500 at the QMD level and $1,000 if you are a NMD or above, or NMD. So pretty awesome stuff. Oh, somebody's not muted. There we go. So just all of those things. In addition to that, they give us PPO insurance, which gives us a lot of flexibility. They pay for massages once a month. I think it's 10 a year, maybe. I think 10 massages and a chiropractic visits and dental and orthodonture and all sorts of stuff. So there's really a lot of benefit to doing that. But again, not everybody is necessarily going to take that path. And I want you to know that that's okay too. Like, that's totally okay. But I just want to encourage you guys to really have the goal and the mindset, like, I'm going to get to sales coordinator and then make a decision about where I want to go. Because the reality is that until you get to that place, we don't really know. You don't know. We don't know. You just haven't had enough experience to really make an educated decision. Does that make sense? So we're going to talk a little bit about what it looks like to get there. Okay. And then I'm going to play a video from Julie Herbst from one of our sites so that you can see, one of the tools that's available to us in case you want to go back and reference the different spaces. Okay. But any questions about what I explained about the commission rate? Because it's important that you understand that. And please ask if you're not sure. Everyone's so stoic tonight. Like, I'm talking paychecks. This is good stuff, you guys. Okay. So again, dealers do not make commission. They make retail profit, no commission. That's when they first sign their application. When you get your HLP bonus, you get your commission, you get your retail profit and a 6% commission on everything that's billed that month. When you get promoted to VF, which is through the 2,000 plus promotion, you get bonus money along the way, but just speaking strictly on your recurring paycheck every month, you'll get retail profit plus a 14% commission. Okay. At that point, you're eligible to get your business qualified, which gives you a 5% bump in your paycheck on all of your downline, which is a smart thing to get into quickly and stay in forever. And then after that space, you build to sales coordinator and you max out. Okay, that's where you max out your 22%, your retail profit, your 5% override on everybody, and then you become eligible for something called POB, which is a 4% additional bonus. Okay, so I want to make that clear. Okay, we're going to go into, I'm going to share screen and go to my desktop. Okay, and I am going to minimize everything that doesn't need to be up here. You ever notice that? Why it always goes from what you had up there to something different. Okay, I'm going to go to Safari and here. Okay, so what I'm taking you to here is the Freedom Revolution. I'll go to the home screen so everybody can see it. Okay, thefreedomrevolution.com. This is for you. This is an incredible tool that the company put out last year. There's lots of stuff on here. This is where I take every new person now and they go through this spaces. They can get trained on here and all the good joy that comes along with it. Here's Joy Kelly talking about, really what we're doing here. It's a 21-minute video. It's awesome. Lots of different stuff at the bottom. And up at the top here, once you click on, I think you have to log in. So I want to take you to that space. At the bottom here, there's this little wheel. See my little, it asks you to log in, and the code is, the password is Revolution, same as Healthy Living Revolution. And it takes you to more of the tools. So up at the top, there are, it's the compensation plan. Okay. So if you want to know how to get paid and how to get promoted, and none of us existed and you lived on an island with an igloo, you could go here and it would tell you. It'd be awesome. So the first one is the HLP bonus. It's you plus 2, household orders that come outside your house. You can't just buy your way to the top for any promotion. That's illegal. That's what they call pyramid schemes. We are not one of those. And you can be really confident when you tell people, no, it's definitely not one of those. We have rules and regulations and we are, totally legit. This is a 2,000 plus video, which again, just breaks down to it breaks down to 12 trio orders. We work in quads now, so it's 8 and a tiny bit. So it's really you ordering a quad order and then getting 7 quad customers outside of that gets you to a 2,000 plus, plus one other tiny little thing like a gummy chewable or something like that. So the points work out in your favor. When we're breaking it down into orders, I always think it's easier because 2,000 just seems like a lot, but 7 doesn't. So keep that in mind. And then over here is this video called Step 3 Sales Coordinator. So I'm going to play this right now. It's 3 minutes and 29 seconds, and then I'm going to open it up for questions, and we can go through that. Okay. So hold on.
Let's talk about how you can fast track to sales coordinator in your first 6 months. So let's do a quick review. You've achieved step 1, the healthy living plan, with a $100 bonus and reached the direct distributor 6% commission level. Then you've achieved step 2, the 2,000 plus, with a $300 bonus and a free Juice Plus Live conference ticket, and reached the virtual franchisee 14% commission level. Now you are working toward reaching sales coordinator, the top commission position, earning 22%. There's a $600 bonus and other rewards like another free Juice Plus Live conference ticket. Let's take a look at the requirements for fast tracking to the sales coordinator position in 6 months or less. The number of PDC points needed is a minimum of 8,000, and these points need to come from you and at least 3 team members. You can have more than 3, but you need at least 3. One of these team members has to achieve step 1, the direct distributor 6% level, and 2 team members must achieve step 2, the virtual franchisee 14% level. One of these VF team needs to complete the 2,000 plus. You also need to qualify your business by the time you complete the fast track to sales coordinator. Qualifying your business is the equivalent of having 24 trio capsule customers. The rewards for fast tracking to sales coordinator include a $600 bonus. Your sponsor receives a $600 bonus too. You receive a free Juice Plus Live conference ticket, and you get a raise to the 22% commission level. This is a permanent raise. You never need to requalify for it. You'll also receive Tier 1 status, which means you'll receive a corporate business partner at the Juice Plus company to help you on your business journey forward. And you'll receive company leads. Every day people hear about Juice Plus and place orders on the corporatejuiceplus.com website. Our company gives these orders to representatives who fast track to the sales coordinator position. Also remember, no household members can fulfill structure requirements for this fast track promotion. For instance, your spouse can't be one of your 3 team members. The fastest way to achieve the sales coordinator position is to achieve your 2,000 plus and teach 3 other team members to do the same. All of this equals 8,000 points with you plus 3 team, and you are building an excellent team structure. More lives are changing because there are 4 people sharing the message, and you're having fun sharing together as a team. If you are an existing representative at the 14%, you can still fulfill these requirements within any 6-month period and receive the $600 bonus and be promoted to the sales coordinator and 22% level. In your first 6 months, you can earn over $2,000 while you're fast tracking to the top commission position. You do your own healthy living plan, $100, your own 2,000 plus, $300, your own fast track to sales coordinator, $600. You help 3 representatives earn their 2,000 plus, and you get $300 for each of them. And then you earn 2 free Juice Plus Live conference tickets for a bonus total of $2,200 in 6 months. Enjoy the journey as you fast track to sales coordinator.
Okay. So did you see how building blocks, right, is really what kind of sets you up to do that? So any questions about the video or what you saw in that? Was that clear? Julie's like one of my favorite people on the planet. I think I dropped some people here.
So this is Lori.
Thank
so
you.
This might be a silly question. So what is the 2,000 plus? I missed that basic, I think.
Yep. So the 2,000 plus is basically your hop to, because you know why? Because you just started and our focus was just to get 2 customers, right? Get 2 customers, get your HLP. We wanted to get sometimes we put blinders on just to get somebody focused to get what they need to do to move to the first spot. Then we celebrate that and we look at the next step. What's the next step, right? The 2000 plus is it's a promotion in between where you're looking to go and sales coordinator. So basically it's you and you get your 2 orders outside of your household, and then we go find another 10. Like that's basically it. Somewhere between five to 10. You're going to bring a team member on in that process. And so we used to call it the 1225 on our team because really it was like 2 steps. We wanted to build you to 12 customers of your own, and then we wanted to help you over time get to 25, and that would build a solid, stable business of recurring residual income, right? And that was kind of what everybody's goal was. And it was cool because in the beginning, when you're first starting out, you're typically doing somewhere between 2 to 3 events to kick off your first month anyway. And when you do that, you're talking to lots of people. So getting 10 customers, it may feel like a lot. It's really not at all because an average of 3 to 5 orders comes off each event. So when you're doing the events, it's just easier to get into a room, right? So you kind of catapult in that first month, and then to keep the momentum up, we encourage people to really shoot for 5 customers a month. 5 customers, 1 to 2 reps each month. And if you can do that consistently over time, that's what Wendy Campbell always calls the royal crown. You just end up building this incredibly sustainable business, and you have momentum all the time. So it's basically like 1 customer a week. I mean, if you did added 1 new customer a week, you guys, you'd have 52 customers by the end of the year. That's just 1 customer a week. That's really not a lot to do, right? And so as for a part-time deal, to have to get 1 customer, that's more than double a qualified business. And certainly you're going to find team members inside of that. So, so just to answer your question, it's a promotion inside of those 2 things, which will be the next step for you, Lori. And if you want to take a look at that and kind of see what that looks like, we can talk with Marie and get you those, or you can watch that video because the video explains it really easily. See all these great little tools that we never had before. It's like, it's getting better and better and better. Okay. So questions around that. Do you guys, if I had to lay out some strategy and I was, like I said, that football coach sitting there on the sideline, basically what I would tell somebody is to get to sales coordinator, you want to have 6 reps direct to you. That's really what helps you get there. Usually, typically 50% of the people who sign on brand new will get to the 2000 plus completed. Some people just sign on for a discount. Some people sign on and kind of wait a little bit. Some people, sign on and they go. And usually if you have 6 people frontline to you, so you order, let's just say month 1 is February for you. You brought on 2 team members in February, you shoot for 2 team members in March, and you shoot for 2 in April. There's a really high percentage that you're going to get your fast track to sales coordinator done in 3 months or maybe even less, depending on how quickly they move. Because you're going to collect enough points along the way. You're going to have enough experience along the way. Some of this too, you guys, is it doesn't have to be the perfect person. It's just a matter of talking to enough people to get enough yeses and enough nos and enough, maybe not yet, but maybe later kind of conversations going, right? So that you can have enough things in play, and then you start to build and move forward. So, does it all make sense though, in terms of why sales coordinator is important? Because that's really what I want you to take away from tonight is right? Do you see, I see you, Greta, shaking your head. You get it, right? Why do the work if you're not going to get your full maximum paycheck? Bottom line, right? That's really the bottom line of that conversation. The how-to, you work on with your sponsor and figure out, okay, so that makes sense to me. I want to get there. What do I need to do to make that happen? The last thing I'll leave you with is that the people who just came on to this compensation plan at this time, because we have this crazy, awesome and express train option, she mentioned 8,000 points. You can get there with 4,000 points. That's half of the work to get to the same space. And I don't know about you, but why do more work than you have to? If they're going to give it to you and pay you more to do it faster, then does it make sense to roll up your sleeves and just go for it? I certainly do. So that's why Lori and you guys rhyme. Colette, I'm not sure what your start date was, but I know Gretchen's on here. So you're eligible for that too, and then some of the restarts, like Janice is looking to make this happen for her own business because she's restarting inside this program. There's a lot of people that's available to that you can take, advantage, but you can also invite into it up until the end of the month. So everybody that you bring in here, you guys, this is the time to really build team in the next 2 weeks. Is just to say there's an opportunity to go faster if you join now. Think about it until, fine, you're busy until April 1st, no big deal. Let's just get you in the system, place an order, and then have the discussion, and we can get them set up to take advantage of the opportunity. So
I had a quick question, and
sure.
it's again going back to sort of strategizing. And I think you guys said just follow the process or trust the process, and we'll tell you. And I'm like, I don't understand enough to like really do it. But now I'm getting it, I think. I think it has to kind of sink in there. So my thought was, okay, so let me reiterate what the process should have been that of course I haven't quite followed yet, but I'm still trying to figure it out and follow it. So I want 2 HLPs, which means that these are 2 people outside my household that are going to order, let's just say the trio, and they're going to each order the trio, and then they're going to join our team, or are they just going to be people that buy it every 4 months and place their order every month? Do I want people that just buy the product, or do I want people that are actually interested in selling it too?
Okay. So I want to clear up just the language because this will help make sense. An HLP equals, it's like a math equation, equals you plus 2.
Got it.
So your HLP promotion, in order to get you that, is going to be your orders plus 2 people outside of your household, 2 people that don't live with you. And that's going to generate a promotion and a bonus. And it happens in a 30-day window.
Okay. And if I miss that 30-day window, then I miss being an HLP?
No, we just restart it. But it's easier, again, to go faster, right? So
got it. Okay.
So the sooner we get that done faster. Most people do it. I mean, not most, but a lot of teams, they just set it up like that you do it in the first 72 hours of the business. And we just make the phone calls, and that kind of stuff. Because those 2 orders are usually the easiest to get.
Okay, but those 2 people are not just ordering. Those 2 people also have to sign up with the $50 to do the franchise. No, they just need to sign up to do the orders.
Correct. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
If they did, Flori, that would help you out. That would set you up for like a lot of success, because then you'd be instantly starting with team. And when you're new, here's the hesitancy, you guys. I know I did this too. Okay. So I totally get it. I signed up and didn't want to talk to anybody about the business ever. Never, ever, ever. Hello. Here I am, so I didn't want to, because I just didn't have a desire in that space. I didn't want to take on management. I had all these different thoughts about it. But once I got into the marketing plan 18 months later and went, oh, this is actually like amazing, and other people deserve to know about this, and they deserve an opportunity too, and maybe I will treat it like a business. And I decided, I made the decision, because it's all a decision. That's all it is, you guys, just a decision. I'm going to do this. This is where I'm going to go. And then the how-tos kind of show up, right? Then I started talking about the business, and it's whatever you talk about is what people respond to. So if you're talking product, they're going to respond to product. If you talk business, they're going to respond to business. And it just goes in that direction. So my encouragement to all new people, if you're trusting enough, and that's where relationship comes in. That's why it's a relationship business. If you're trusting enough and you can bring on 2 or 3 team members in your first month, you're really set up for success. You're going to get it really quickly. And it's going to be fun because you're all going through the process together. And when you can have that, like your firsts and compare notes and be like, oh my gosh, I talked to this person and they had allergies. What do I say? And then we group Fox or chat you, and give you some details in there and stuff and help you guys all through that. Then all of a sudden you're building up this team and everybody feels like they're all together in the process. And there's none of that language of like, oh, I have to wait and see till I know all the stuff that before I can talk to one person, kind of stuff. And that helps people move faster. So I just encourage you, if I could do it all over again, I would do it this way. I would place my order. I'd order as much product as I could afford, because all of that's going to go towards your promotions. Then I would go talk to my 2 closest friends and be like, I don't even, have an experience with this yet, but it makes total sense to me. And I thought it would for you too. Would you be open to watching a video? Send them something, and ask them, if you're open to taking a try, I'd love to sign you up and let's do this together. Let's see what we experience. There's nothing wrong in that, and asking a friend to go along with you on an experience, right? And then you get your 2 orders, you get your promotion, you get your bonus. And then from there, I would set 2 to 3 parties in a month. And I would say, and I like to blitz over a weekend like we did with Marie in Colorado. I think it's easier. I think you're more focused. People can come to 1 or 2 things. They know you're serious about it. You just say, I'm going to have an open house weekend. I have a Friday night, a Saturday morning, and a Saturday evening, or whatever. And you invite them to come, and wherever they can fall, they do. And then you get the rest of your orders, you get promoted. And somewhere in there, you make the invitation to team. And usually what happens is you'll find 2 team members in that process. And then those 2 team members are going to follow what you just did, which was good practice. And now you have a team that's going to duplicate good practice, and good practice leads to good results. So do you see what I'm saying? Like how that kind of
it just sounds so easy.
it is. It really is just about putting it on a calendar.
It always sounds
right?
easy when we talk.
Marie. No, I'm going to turn to Marie because she's been making me messages since I left. Marie, honestly, will you unmute and tell them, like, in all seriousness, like, we blitzed for 2 days, right?
Yeah, so I've been in the business now for 4 years, and the people that have known me since the beginning, they know I've had a lot of personal setbacks. And so I've stepped away. Getting started again, it takes effort.
A decision.
And,
you made the decision. Yep.
And so this time around, when Melissa, when she was coming out here and we were planning all of these events, and after she left, I told her, and I've heard her say this so many times, that it's better to go fast. It's more fun to go fast. And I told her I finally get it because I had so much fun that week. I really, really did. And I'm like, I want to keep going.
And mind you, while we were doing that, so the other thing, if I can just say this, I think you said, Melissa, I had 4 reps in 4 years and I got 4 reps in 2 days. Like, that was the difference of energy shift, right? It was just energy. That's all we changed, was energy and activity. Boom, done. And as soon as she committed to it, made the decision, committed to the activity, enlisted her upline support, and you guys all have upline support. It's not always me, and we just get to it. There's something about 2 people saying the same thing. That's it. Put them in a room, say the same thing, have fun, laugh, smile. People trust you. They say yes. It's really, really that easy. They don't have to have a super health need or a crisis or a whatever or anything. They can just be human and just like us and just be willing to try something. And then once they try, you give them some good customer care and take them down the road and all the rest of it. But the bottom line is, it doesn't have to be so hard. We're making it so much harder than it needs to be. And that's why I wanted to do this tonight and just give you guys that incentive that, like, I want you to go for 22%. I want every single person on our team earning the maximum income for your effort. Bottom line, you deserve it. You're awesome. You came here, you showed up, you deserve to take that money home, whatever it is, and you can stay there for however long you want to, or you can move on from there if you want to, or whatever you want. We will love you no matter what. But, it just seems silly to give your money to somebody else. That's the bottom line of my schlepping here. Danielle, do you want to add anything to any of that? I know we're a little bit over time, so we can stop the recording at when you're done. But
not necessarily. I think you covered everything, and I'll just amen all of it. It really is worth getting to the sales coordinator position, because getting to that 22%, it's nice in your paycheck, certainly. Why not do it? You are doing all the work, but it does sort of give you. And I remember 2 years back when Melissa first said, you get to sales coordinator, gives you a different vantage point. And it kind of does, because in most cases, when you're getting to sales coordinator, you probably have enough team that has come on that you see some people are workers and some people aren't quite workers. And some people have said yes to you, and some people have said no to you. And you've kind of got a little bit of a mix of everything. And you kind of do start to see the bigger picture, and you can then sit there and say, yeah, this is great. This was really fun. I want to do more of this and keep going. Or like, yeah, this was cool. I'm really happy that I made it here and I like being here. Like, this is cool. I'm glad I got to this 22%, but it's definitely worth going through the effort. And what I love about this business too, and although Marie, you were already at sales coordinator when you had to kind of take a back a little bit, but that's the beauty of this business too, is it can ebb and flow with your life, and it will. So if you haven't yet hit sales coordinator yet and you're restarting, and you want to, you can jump right in at any point and go for it, right? If now is the season of your life that it's going to work and fit for, and that's the beauty of this too. It's the timing is all really your timing.
I just want to add one thing, what Danielle just said, that I was already a sales coordinator. I hit sales coordinator in less than a year. And the beauty of this business is that you don't have to requalify. even though I stepped away from my business again and again and again over many years, I've never lost my rank. I've never lost that 22%.
And you know what, I just want to add in there too, that we promoted Marie when she was going through a family crisis. And we got to call her and say, hey, by the way, we just promoted you this month. And it was like the coolest thing to be able to gift her with that, and, during the midst of all this, because I knew in her heart, she cared more about that 22% than pretty much anything, in her business at that point in time. Right. And it was just to be able to, as, I'm not her sponsor, but as her friend, to be able to say, we got your back, we got it done.
Nice.
Right. I mean, that's what team does. So don't discount team, you guys. Team is everything. Like, team is amazing. And it may be intimidating in the beginning to like, how do I invite to this or whatever? Just, if you have a desire, work with your upline, let us help you with that so that you can craft the language. And I want to shout out to Janice for that, because she's really been so like diligent about like, asking, okay, I've got this person and I want them to hear my heart, and how do I frame this and all this stuff. And we do a lot of work in that space, and she's really made strides in her business just lately, in adding team, because it's been intentional, because she's made the decision. It's again, a decision that she wants to do it, and it's happening. It's all happening. So you guys are in great hands. We love you so much. It's all a gift. Don't, just put a big smile on and know that you can get there. Where there's a will, there's a way. And it's all about team. So
Greta
with that,
say one thing.
Okay.
Greta, you need to unmute yourself if you'd like.
Oh, there she goes. Okay.
Yeah, I just didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah.
I just had a question that you may have said, and I may have missed it in here, but I thought I heard a while back for this promotion right now for the the express track. So for us that are already in it, it's ending this month, right? But for let's say I have someone that's been thinking about it, which I do, but for her, she joins, as long as she still joins this month, she has a whole 3 months, right?
That is my understanding. So it's been because we have to give the full, that they have 90 days from the time of their start date to complete that. So they'd have to have to come in and want to work, it's not going to.
Well, but I just had misunderstood in the beginning, and I thought it ended in March for anyone. And so when I heard that, I'm like, I think I need to have another conversation with her.
I read through it 10 times, and every time I read through it, I'm still confused. To be totally honest. I'm not going to, this is all new, and like I had the other one, inside and out, but my understanding is all new people have 90 days from their start date to get this completed for an express train to sales coordinator. But that if you're in the system and it's a restart from a VF promotion or above or DD or whatever, that you have to meet the requirements that are stated in the writing, and that ends March 31st or qualifiers day, April 1st for March business. So. And if I'm wrong, Danielle, smack me in the head and tell me, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, I was more interested in telling the right thing to others, so I want to make sure that I'm not giving them misinformation. Then they come in and like it's over in 2 weeks. I'm like,
I know, like I'm scared even saying that out loud, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like looking for the thing that I had on my desk all day to read to you guys. But
this information too. These flyers are in everyone's virtual office under news. This is not just something that Melissa has because she's an NMD or that I have as a Q. It's in all of our virtual.
Yeah,
offices.
I saw them too. I just
the flyers are there, so everyone can pull that up and print it out and have access to reading the same thing we're reading.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yep. Okay, guys. Have a great night. Thank you so much. And I'll stay on if you have any other questions. If you want to leave it open, Danielle, for just another minute, but we can stop the recording.